is good, guys? M.V.K back again. M.V.K. Let's try that again, shall we? What is good, guys? M.V.K here, back again. Welcome back. We are here to do a Patreon request. This week we are doing, this is one of 4 Patreon requests. I'm going to start doing this, guys, more often, putting what you'll be seeing up on the channel every week. And I told you guys there's going to be 4 Patreon requests this week, and we're knocking out one today. Well, we're going to be knocking out probably 2 today. That'll be up later. But let's knock out the first one. This one comes from Milas. Sorry, I shouldn't have did that. Miss Kira Sheehan, Queen Kira. Kira, I hope everything is well. Thank you for your continuing to be a Uber Pack member, as I call it, instead of a patron. Thank you. Continue. And you had asked me. You recently put up who are my favorite writers in comics who happen to be female. Now, you didn't give me a specific number. You didn't give me a specific number, so I thought I'd break it down with an even 6. You know me, guys. I don't do odd numbers. I got a thing about it, okay? Don't judge me. And even when I put up give you the names, late guys, you might see some extra, like me meeting some of these actors, these writers as well, because the list that I put together, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, about 3 of them on this list I have met. Now, I have a lot of writers in comics who happen to be female that I love. So this is just a few. Now, we're going to go backwards. We're not going 1. We're going to go from 6 to 1. 1 being my favorite. And I don't think anybody should be shocked at who number 1 is. But let's get to it, shall we? Number 1 we're starting backwards. Number 6 on the list. We're going with Miss Marguerite Liu. Marguerite Liu, I enjoy her writing, and I've met her several times. She's a very nice lady, very cool, and very talented. Her creator-owned series, Monstrous, I believe is still going on, and it's done well, and the artwork is great from, I forget her partner, but I've met both of them. But of course, for most of us, we learned about Marguerite Liu through Marvel. And a lot of the work she did with Marvel was great. She is the one responsible for the wedding of Northstar, Astonishing X-Men number 50. Her Astonishing X-Men run was great. Loved it. I will always cherish that. I respect Marvel for putting that out there. They advertised the fuck out of Northstar's wedding. Probably one of the first openly gay character, Northstar, Jean-Paul. Great. It was cool. And I enjoyed that run very much. Of course, she's done Nyx, X-23. She's done Dark Wolverine. She's done a couple of things. But it's really her created own series, Monstrous, that really put her on a different pedestal. And she's great. She's sweet. She's very sweet, very nice as well. So yeah, I did meet her. I met her at New York Comic Con, I think 2017 or 2016. I can't remember. Or was it 18? It was one of them. But I met her. I did take a picture. I didn't take it with her, but I just took a picture of her because I said, "Miss Liu, smile," and she turned and looked at me, and so that was pretty cool. So yes, Marguerite Liu. Number 4, number 5. Excuse me. The fifth spot goes to Eve L. Ewing. Miss Ewing she is no relation to Al Ewing. The Chicago native has really grown on me, and you can truly see that she cares about everything she writes. Now, she's not just a comic writer; she's also a novelist too. So, and like anything, but she has brought a lot of flavor to what she writes. She was the first female to write Black Panther, and I know there was a lot of people that were a little iffy on her run, but I enjoyed it very much. She's done a great job with Riri Williams. Why not? She's a Chicago native, so is Riri, so it was cool to see. She has done, and currently now she's writing the third core X-Men book, Exceptional X-Men, and I have been reading it. I just haven't reviewed it yet, but I've enjoyed what she has been doing with Kitty and her new young team of mutants. She's talented. I would love to meet her someday. I've never met her. I would love to meet her. Every time I look up, like, I have a list of conventions I want to get through, and I always one of the best things about when you look up on the convention website, you look and see who's going to be there, and so far I haven't seen her at any conventions that I want to attend. But I would love to see Miss Ewing. She's a really talented writer, and I like her very much. She's good. She's good people. Good indeed. Number 4 on the list. Number 4, we go to the talented Miss Kelly Thompson. I don't think she and Jill Thompson are related. I could be wrong. Correct me on that. But Kelly Thompson is another one that I really enjoy her writing. This woman can write. And any character she has touched, and don't get your head out of the gutter when I said that, every writer she has touched, she's done. Her Black Widow run, great. She wrote Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows, if I believe so. Yeah, that was her. Great series. She also wrote the Scarlet miniseries for Image. She is talented and really, really good, and I love what she does. Every time she puts a lot of effort into it. I believe also she's written for Valiant, I believe. Was it? No, I don't think it was her. I don't think it was. I think that was Amy Reeder, or I think it was. No, I think she did. Correct me, I can't remember if she did. But anytime I see her name, she is currently, what is she writing now? She is currently writing Absolute Wonder Woman and doing an amazing job on that. So yes, Kelly is great. I never met her. I would love to meet her. And that whenever I go to another convention and I'll see if her name's there, I'm gonna look forward to, because I would love to meet this woman, and it would be such an honor. Go to number 3 on the list. Number 3, we go to a beautiful yet statuesque Amazon, Miss Marguerite Bennett. No relation to me. I have been a fan of her work for some time, and I have met Miss Bennett many occasions. She's always sweet, and I remember telling my boy, one of my boys, that Mr. Multi, when he met her for the first, I said, dude, I asked her, I said, she's tall. And I'm not joking about that. She's very tall. She's beautiful, but she's tall. And she thought I was joking, and when we met her, she stood up. She was like, "You want me to?" And she stood up from the chair, and he was like, "Holy!" And he looked, and she gets a kick out of it. I love it though. But she's so talented. Right now, she's currently doing the relaunch or reboot of Witchblade, and I think she's doing a good job with Witchblade, indeed. But she's written a lot of greats from her Josie and the Pussycats comic. From Archie, she did a great job. She did a really good twist to those classic characters. She has written for Marvel as well. She's written. She wrote the Angela series. I believe it was her, Angela. You know, who was once with Image and now is Thor's sister. She does a great job, and every time she's another one. Anytime I see her work, I'm gonna write. I don't know what makes her cuter with the glasses or without, but she's a beautiful woman, and you just like, she's got beauty and talent. I like that. It's good stuff. Good combination. Marguerite Bennett. Dos. Number 2 on the list. We go to a very, very beautiful raven-haired, not raven-haired, beautiful ginger, redhead, Miss Kelly Sue Deconnick. A woman that I have constantly told her, someday we're going to meet. I want to meet her so badly. She is another one that has a lot of fans and also, quote unquote, brought a lot of controversy because she has a different view, and one of the views that she doesn't like is the damsel in distress kind of stuff, which I don't like. So I agree with her on that. So whenever you see her write a female character, like her long-standing run of Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, she took Carol in a different direction and made Carol more than what she is. And we have a lot in common as well because she comes from a military family. I come from a military family. Her father was in the Air Force, I believe, and my parents were in the Army, so moved around a lot. But at the same time, there's some people who look at feminism but they don't understand the concept of it. They think it's, ooh man, hey, rip your balls. Fuck that. That's not what it's about. The true feminism is not about that. But what she's did with Carol influenced how we got Carol in MCU. But she's written for DC. She's done a lot of stuff for that. She's also she also used to work in manga. Like, she used to translate a lot of manga and anime before she really got started in the comics. But she told the story that comics were always like, she always had access to comics. Her mom used to always get Wonder Woman comic for her, and I could see that. She is a mother. She has 2 children, and she's married to Matt Fraction, the same Matt Fraction that's going to be writing Batman. I think she's a little better than her husband in terms of writing. I'm just being honest. And I loved her created own series, Bitch Planet, which I really did. It was like Orange meet Black, but in space. Meets Prisoners of Mars or something. I forgot yeah. It was cool. It was a really good comic. But she's just talented. She's yes, guys. Yes, she is very beautiful. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell you she's not. That is a gorgeous woman. I'm not even joking. But I love her writing, and she is definitely one of those writers I want to meet. I would love to meet someday, hopefully, before I die. I would love to meet her. And last but not least, number 1. Nobody should be any surprised at this, but number 1 goes to the one, the only, Gail Simone. I said Gail Simone. Did they not hear what I said? I said Gail Simone. I got a lot of buddies that love Gail, and I love Gail. She looks at me as family. We are friends, and there are a lot of people that don't believe it. And I still get people that DM me. It's like, that's bullshit. Like, you're not friends. No, we are. We are friends. Gail has done everything in the scope of Marvel, of comics. Not bad for a hairdresser. She started out as a hairdresser. She started as a hairdresser, and look at what she has taken certain characters from Batgirl to the Birds of Prey. Her Birds of Prey run, oh my God, that's a chef's kiss. What she was able to do with the Secret Six, chef's kiss. She turned Catman into a badass. She has always been that way. She has always been able to take C-list to B-list characters in comics and make them so much more. I have had the pleasure of meeting her on many occasions. She has, from the first time I met her in 2007, I will never forget it. 2007, New York Comic Con. I waited to see her. Once I knew she was there, she was doing panels, and I waited. We waited and waited. I sat next to two girls. One was dressed up as Lady Blackhawk, and the other was dressed up as Black Canary, and we just talked. And I knew who she was. I was like, I love the Lady Blackhawk. It was great to see. And when I met her, I was hyperventilating. I had almost nearly cried. I was sweating. Her husband, Scott, shouts out to Scott, when he knew who I was, he was like, "Oh my God, you're the TheMtVernonkid," and he shouted me out to everybody who could hear me. He didn't have to do that. I will always be humbled by that. And she has always told me, whenever I reviewed her comics myself or my buddy Blue Goblin, like, it always it was always humbling to see people review her stuff, because believe it or not, guys, there's one side and then there's the other side. And there have been people on the other side that don't like what she somewhat stands for. She always stands for what she believes in, and people have not liking that about her. And Scott told me that a couple of times. She's written Wonder Woman. Her Batgirl run is amazing. And it was so good that I couldn't read Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, after that. Remember when they did Batgirl and they had her go somewhere else instead of Gotham? I couldn't read it. I told her, I said, "Gail, I can't read this. I can't. You made Barbara so cool. You made Barbara feel like an equal to Bruce." Making sure people remember that Barbara's got a photographic memory. She's a hell of a detective too. She did great. And then when we started seeing Gail come to Marvel, she started in Marvel. People forget. She wrote a few Deadpool. She wrote Agent X. She made more character. She made Domino a better character. There's a lot of people that sleep on her Domino run. Really damn good. She was I think the head of creative, or I can't remember, for the Lion Forge comics. The same people that were putting out the Netflix comics for Voltron. She had a comic over there. She wrote her Red Sonja. And I remember when she told me that the Red Sonja movie's being worked on, and I believe she has something to do with it. I could be wrong on that. She wrote the script for the Wonder Woman animated series, that animated movie that came out in 2009 that Kerry Russell voiced. Her Jessica Jones run, variants, pretty damn good. She has told me truthfully, there are still characters she still wants to write. One of them being Spider-Man. She wants to be the first woman, I believe, to write Amazing Spider-Man ongoing, ongoing. She said she wanted to write Iron Fist. She wants to write the Turtles. She has done such an amazing job with crossovers. She's just a talent. And a talent like that should be respected, not hated, despite her beliefs and what she stands for. I hate that. I really do. I'm like, Okay, so you don't believe in like her political views, and trust me, I see it all the time on X and her political views. She is not a Trump supporter. She will flip on people real quick. I don't hate her for that. But she writes beautifully, and now she can check off something off her list again. What is that? She is writing Uncanny X-Men. And her team is great. She's got Nightcrawler, she's got Wolverine, Jubilee, Gambit, Rogue, and the younger generation, young mutants there. Her Uncanny X-Men run is great. She's a writer of one of the third, one of the second core X-Men book. She's doing an amazing job too, and she is doing such an amazing job. She just recently put up an image of something to come for Marvel. This scary looking girl. I was like, what is this, Gail? But she's great, man, and I will always talk well about her. And don't get me wrong, there are some things, some works that I've read, and I was like, not her best, but it was pretty decent. She proved that she can write horror. Go read what the hell? Oh my God, why am I forgetting the name of the book? Why am I forgetting the name of the damn book? Shoot, I can't remember. But I remember asking her where she came up with the idea from, and she said, well, I'm from Oregon, and Oregon has a lot of cults. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, she can write horror too. She does a good job. Gail Simone is one of the greatest, in my opinion. If I was making a Mount Rushmore of writers in comics that are female, Gail's face would be right up on that Mount Rushmore. Everyone's Mount Rushmore is different, but Gail's would be right there. And I don't know about y'all, but it is for me. I love her. She is great. And they always talk about don't meet your heroes. I have met many heroes, and Gail is one of them. And then she ain't never disappoint me. She always says some things about, she always asks how my brother Malcolm is doing, like, how's your brother? She always does that. And I want to share my experience with anybody who wants to listen, how much I care. And more importantly, I hope someday she is at a convention I'm at, and maybe one of my buddies like Mr. Multi is there and I can introduce them. Would be great. But Gail, continue to do what you do, girl. I love you. To all the ladies that are on this list, continue to do what you do. Shine bright, because I enjoy what you do. And with that being said, you guys take care. I will see you guys next time. As always, Kira, thank you for the list. I will get to the other. I think there's another one on there. You asked me who are some of my favorite MCU actresses. I got to do that. I know there's one on there. But thank you. Continue to be one of the Uber Pack members. And thank you very much, guys. I will see you guys next time. We will do another, later on will be another Patreon request. I believe it's coming from Cyborg. And what will that be? Well, you better tune in to find out. But with that being said, you guys take care. I will see you guys next time.